What's up, everybody? This is the Booch, and welcome to the latest installment of the WWE 2K25 Showcase Journey. And this one, we're probably just going to jump right into it because there's nothing I can say here that Paul Heyman or myself haven't already said throughout the duration of the gameplay. So I'll just say today we're going to be diving into a very classic match that a lot of fans remember because it was pretty much a 10-month storyline that came to a head at this event. And that is, of course, Rikishi versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at No Mercy 2000. That's right. The culmination of finding out who ran over Austin and Austin out for revenge. So let's check out all the action on this edition of the 2K25 Showcase Journey.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? He had the blonde hair, still carry the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins, and he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
It's a miracle.
All right. As soon as they mentioned Rikishi and doing whatever it takes for the family, I knew this match was coming up. Now, I also want to reiterate that we have also done, or I should say I have done, a classic pay-per-view review of No Mercy. But the one thing they left out of this story that's fake news, sorry, it's fake news, totally fake news, is that it was actually, Rikishi claims he did it for The Rock, but in reality he did it for Triple H, because Triple H was the accomplice. Triple H hired Rikishi to do it, and his payment was to get on TV, because Rikishi hadn't really debuted on television. But then once he did, it was right around when Austin left. That's why he said in 2000 Rikishi was so famous. But it was revealed that Rikishi was hired by Triple H, but claimed he did it for The Rock to hide the fact that Triple H was the accomplice, but also for everyone to think The Rock helped Rikishi, or The Rock had Rikishi do it, because Rikishi was able to use The Rock's rental car because he went inside his bag and got his keys. So they were convinced, oh, The Rock gave him his keys. But no, Rikishi snuck inside The Rock's bag, got his keys, and ran over Austin. So The Rock was being set up for everyone to think The Rock ran over Austin. But eventually, The Rock was found not guilty, and Austin knew The Rock would not go that route with him, and everything worked out great. And now, Austin's fighting Rikishi, and he would, of course, fight Triple H a month later at Survivor Series, and get his revenge on both men. Now, technically, no one won this match, because Austin ended up going to jail, even though the storyline was supposed to be he can do whatever he wants to Rikishi, it's all legal, nobody goes to jail, but Austin tried to hit Rikishi with the truck on the outside of the building, and a cop car got in front. Austin hits the cop car, he gets arrested and goes to jail, and the match was ruled a no contest. So Rikishi didn't lose, but he didn't win either. So I guess now they want a clear-cut winner, and they want it to be Rikishi.
Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now pissed off, Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge. It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight. Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. Oh! And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, we have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi and his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to from the top.
Damn it, I hit the... What the fuck? I hit the triangle!
Rattlesnake is sinking his teeth in
Piece of shit.
He's in a bad way. Not getting a 2 count at this point has to be frustrating.
And he's a step ahead of Austin. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that we put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them.
This conflict is beyond disturbing. Corey, let's go into Rikishi's mind when it comes to defeating Stone Cold.
Rikishi has to be prepared to endure an lift off.
Oh, he slipped out of harm's way. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's a delusion. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for
Stone Cold. Austin really had his life taken from him, and there was no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that.
Driven into the barricade.
Oh, man, look at this.
Whipped right into the barricade.
No clue what he hopes to find down there.
Bat in hand, stepping up to the plate indeed.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals will go to those disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to. Big slam.
And Stone Cold can't find a way off the blocks.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
From the top. You gotta be kidding me. Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move. We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man.
Bring him over to the entrance side.
Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
He is determined
Damn it.
to fight out of this predicament. Stone Cold with the best press and dropping bombs.
Austin decompressing 10 months of frustration into the single most important ass whooping of his life. He'll make his way to the ring.
And Rikishi channeling his energy here.
He might just be stalling for time here.
Damn it! Why is...
Rikishi finds his target with that one.
Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold, but he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth.
Holy meet the barricade. Oh, man, look at this.
There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks. And this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for.
And he now slides back into the ring.
Heading to ringside now.
Forearm club.
And Rikishi with a counter. And Rikishi enjoying how he's worn down the rattlesnake throughout this match.
And I bet he's smiling about it, too.
Oh, stop that nonsense, Corey.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
Scoop slam.
Scary mindset for the rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat. And clearly going after his core to slow him down.
And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now steel chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin going to deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas rattlesnake beating taking the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
And again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
Okay, for The Rock, for the people, for you. Make things right to defeat Stone Cold either by pinfall or submission. Get Austin out of here. Hitting him with a powerful finisher is a great way to finish the fight. So hit him with a finisher and pin.
I think the rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him.
Back into the ring now.
Here we go. In from the DDT. Lights out.
Is that enough to take out Austin?
No way. No way.
What a kick out by Austin. You can never count the rattlesnake out.
It must be demoralizing knowing you. Inside cradle. Oh, look at this small package. Fights the shoulder up and one.
No time to waste being shocked. You've got to maintain pressure.
He's headed out to the ringside area. Get this back into the ring now.
Devastating landing. Chokeslam.
Rikishi standing over a fallen opponent.
Rikishi with a bonsai drop
For the win.
2 count. Forces the shoulder up after 2.
A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match. Rikishi hoisting up his opponent. Rikishi driver.
Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one.
There's 2. Rikishi coming out the fangs, the rattlesnake.
There we go.
This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
Oh, D-Matt BBH, you follow me on Twitch? I appreciate that, man.
Battered Austin in his rear view mirror.
Again, like I said, give me that Discord handle if you want me to follow you there. And there we go. Got all the objectives, unlocked a lot of things, got what I needed done. So, again, if you want to check out, go to Anchor, Spotify, Podchaser, iHeartRadio. Spotify is usually the best one. And go check out the WWE No Mercy 2000 Classic Pay-Per-View review that I did. I reviewed the Austin Rikishi match, as well as all other matches that took place at No Mercy 2000. Check that out. It's a great listen, and that's all I got to say. Well, that was pretty much a brutal match, and now we have a clear-cut winner, and that clear-cut winner is Rikishi, who did it for The Rock, or so he said, because as I mentioned in the video, it was actually Triple H who hired him as the accomplice. He didn't do it for The Rock, but that's the narrative he stuck with, and that's why you would see so many memes and jokes nowadays where you hear, they did it for The Rock, because The Rock also made fun of that, going, I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. I did it. Oh, shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty. Like that kind of shit. So this was definitely an interesting twist, and I know I already mentioned this, but I'll mention it again. Make sure you follow us on all of our podcast platforms. The links will be down in the description box below, and hopefully I can get each platform, but at the very least there'll be 1, 2, or hopefully 3 of them will have this. I will have links to our WWE No Mercy Classic Pay-Per-View review for you guys to check out. Like I said, I analyzed the Rikishi-Austin match as well as the other matches that were on that card. So when you got a moment, make sure you go and check that out if you haven't already. It's a great listen for people who love professional wrestling and especially love the Attitude Era, because I really break down this pay-per-view in an analytic way. Basically, I do what I do best, so make sure you check it out. Also, make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. Those links will be in the description box below. And, of course, as always, hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified so you never miss another episode of the WWE 2K25 Showcase Journey, as well as other additional Boochcast YouTube content. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Until then, pizza, baby!